My name is Nathan Emmanuel Aurelian, and I am from 12 Matthew. Now I will be telling you the challenge of home learning program during a pandemic through the eyes of the students. So, the COVID-19 pandemic took the world by surprise. Globally, everything has stopped. Projects have been delayed, workplace closed, and schools shut down. The world seems to have ground a halt because of the coronavirus. However, students continue their education through online learning and via video calls with their teachers, especially in big cities such as Jakarta. The model is currently the best alternative as keeping school open is a safety risk for the students. Globally, many countries have adopted this approach. Schools in New York in the United States prepared for online learning by distributing gadgets to their students, ensuring that they had access to the learning materials. As of early April, education authorities distributed around 500,000 laptops and tablets to their students, allowing them to participate in class online. When the first two COVID cases of COVID-19 were announced in Indonesia in early March, the country was in a panic. On March 14, Jakarta Governor Anies Baswedan announced that all schools in Jakarta were to be closed. However, many schools were not ready to apply the home learning program yet. The online classes implemented in Indonesia worked differently from the US. This is because due to a lack of preparation in our country. So, as a student participating in the home learning program, online school was confusing to adjust as we had not been prepared through the simulations or practices beforehand. When students reported that the home learning program to be even more stressful than the regular classroom. Because some of the common reason, they said, normal classes may have been difficult, but having friends make it more manageable and less stressful. Because online classes take out the benefits of having friends to socialize with and being stuck alone with nothing but assignment. So many students participating in home learning program also say that the workload of online classes is larger than our regular classes. Because the general consensus that the home learning programs, although highly beneficial and a good alternative to a school, but the schools are still closed, still require some getting used to by the student, as it is a concept and not many are experienced with them. However, although the closing of schools does have a silver lining, the true sufferers of the government order of school closings are the students in less fortunate situation and the students who are in school that are not well funded. This is because those students lack the device and internet access to be able to participate in online classes, and the school do not have the capacity to teach online. Unlike in New York, where devices are distributed by the students by the schools to the students and private companies, in Indonesia, there is yet to be this kind of effort. This leaves many students in a bad spot where they are unable to receive an education. Although internet service providers have been giving out free data package, they are simply not capable of supporting video calls on programs like Zoom and others like that. To further complicate things, it seems that COVID-19 will last a while in our country in Indonesia. Because for example in China, it took months for the transmission to stabilize, and this was with a fast government response, instant lockdown, people obeying the rules, and the quarantine policies. So, despite the lack of a nationwide lockdown, schools still remain closed, meaning that students who have no access to the internet connection will have a difficult time maintaining their education. Due to these factors, they will be in a very difficult spot educationally until the COVID-19 pandemic dies down. In this situation, the government should make extra efforts to support the education sector and build a sense of solidarity among schools, such as by facilitating networks between international and public schools to share experience and study methodologies for online teaching. Thankfully, there are now some alternatives to online learning in which students in less fortunate situations could participate. The Education and Culture Ministry recently introduced a Belajar di Rumah program through a state-owned broadcaster TVRI and a platform called Guru Berbagi, providing creating learning and teaching materials. To add on this, the government should still have more offline options for students without internet access, such as the distribution of books and learning materials. Personally, I feel that online classes are great alternative to normal in-school classes. Because as a 12th grader participating in online classes right now, I have been able to focus more and perform better. The presence of COVID-19 will directly and permanently change education in the future, seeing that we must be able to adapt to working or studying online for any kind of reason or situation in the future. I believe both TVRI's Belajar di Rumah program and the Guru Berbagi platform will leave a legacy and should be continued to support class teaching for good. Only time will tell whether online classes will be a good substitute for normal classes, and if they are, there will be a rise in online educational programs and online universities. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. Thank you, Miss.